Hi everybody, it's Miss Barnacle again, and today we're going to be looking at adding fractions with unlike denominators. And when you do this, when you have unlike fractions, meaning you would have something, say 1/2 plus 1/5, and so you would want to know how to actually add those together. In order to add them or subtract them, you need common denominators. So that's what we're going to do, is find the least common denominator. We worked on that a little bit in the previous module, just looking for the least common denominator. We worked on making equivalent fractions, and now we're going to actually put that to use. And remember what the rule says. Adding fractions, you can use subtracting too. Easy as can be. All you need is an LCD. Now, if you change the denominator, you must change the numerator. Those are two lines that are added from the previous one. Then we write the bottom, collect the top, reduce the fraction, and then you stop. That's a little rhyme, and I'm going to work these on the board for you so that you can see what we mean. All right? So we have 3/8 plus 1/2. So what we want to do is find a common denominator. And the least common denominator between 8 and 2 is 8. Remember, that's the smallest number that both 8 and 2 will divide into evenly. So next, if you change the denominator, you must change the numerator. Well, if you look at the first fraction, we did not change from 8 to 8, so we leave the top alone. The second fraction, however, we changed from 2 to 8. We did that by multiplying by 4. So if I did 2 times 4, then I have to do the 1 times 4, which gives me 4. Okay? So now, once you have common denominators and you've made the numerators what they need to be, then you do the rest of the rhyme. Write the bottom, collect the top, and if you can reduce the fraction, you reduce it. If not, then you stop. And here we need to stop because I'm done with that one. There's nothing else I can reduce. When I have 3/5 plus 1/9, the next thing I want to do is find my common denominator. My common denominator for these two just happened to be 5 times 9 because that's all you can do for them. So that would be 45. So that means when I change my 5, I did 5 times what makes 45? 5 times 9. So I do the top times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Then I say 9 times what gives me 45? That would be 5. So I do 1 times 5, which is 5. And then I write the bottom, collect the top, and if you can reduce the fraction, you would reduce it. If you can't, then you stop. At this point, I cannot reduce this one, so I would leave this one alone. Okay, the last one that we're going to do has 3 fractions. So what you have to do is you have to find a common denominator between all 3. You have a 3, you have an 8, and you have a 4. So the common denominator for this set is going to be 24. Okay, and when I do this, I changed all of my denominators, therefore I have to change all of my numerators. So 3 divides into 24 8 times, so I have to do 1 times 8, which makes 8. 8 times 3 makes 24, so I have to do 3 times 3, which makes 9. And 4 times 6 makes 24, so I have to do 4 times 6, and that gives me 6. So now that you've done that, you write the bottom, collect the top. 8 plus 9 is 17, and 17 plus 6 is 23. I cannot reduce that either, so then I stop. Okay, that's all we have to do for this section. I'll come back with subtracting.